Hi everybody, as promised, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a wash basin for your brushes. And what you're going to have to do is buy you one of these 1/4 Bain Marie. It's like a 1/4 quart. It's also known as a BM 125 stainless steel. Or you can go the cheap way and just use a Folgers coffee can. And this is like a 36 or 11.5 ounce can, just a small little can. And what the whole idea is, you want to make you one of these little screen cleaners and drop it down in here. Of course, this doesn't go to this; it goes to my regular can that went to my easel. But I mean, it'll fit in there. And then you scrub your brushes. Take your brush and scrub on that screen, and take all that sludge and make it go to the bottom. That's the whole purpose. You keep your brushes nice and clean while you're painting. Anyways, let's get on with this here. Oops, got it stuck in there. Well, we're not going to worry about that right now. Anyways, we're going to make one of those. The first thing we got to do, wait a minute, first and most of all, I've already kind of got into it already, but I like to start out by pouring me some Crown Royal. I know people, this is dangerous, okay, so kids don't do this at home. Don't do this anywhere. Okay, I like to start, shit. Anyways, I like to start out, kind of loosen myself up with a nice cold glass of Crown Royal straight. Well, not ice. Ooh, that's a little strong. Anyways, I got the jitters, so I'm going to go ahead and try to calm myself down because I'm working with a hot Wheeler soldering irons here. And I got burned before, and I'll tell you, it's no fun. Left a big fucking blister on my finger. It's hotter than shit. I mean, real bad. Oh, well, I drank that too fast. But you know what? That's what refills are for. Anyways. Oh, my eyes are burning. Anyways. That's bad. We're going to get started here. What was I saying? Okay. I got me this little cutter here. Little cheap cutter I got at Home Depot, and I made these little crosses here out of this. Let's go ahead and write that. Everbuilt 1/4. Some people call this mesh. Some people call it cloth, hardware cloth. So anyways, you're going to look for that over at your hardware store. 1/4 inch, 2-foot roll, 5-foot, basically hardware cloth. Alright, so anyways, you're going to make these little crosses here. I pre-done this ahead of time. Okay, I saved you a lot of time on the video, but you're kind of going with, whatever the fuck the size ruler is here. We're going with about 5.5 inch piece. And then we're going to cut the little corners off about an inch. So we want to make a nice little cross here. Okay, as soon as we get this going, this is where we're going to have to kind of mold it, because we want to kind of get it to fit this can. We got to get inside this can. It has to drop down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and start folding it here. Kind of get it to fold here. Stuff's pretty pliable, pretty bendable. What you're going to do is kind of just bend it and get it to kind of form what you want here. Now it's kind of more square, so we're going to kind of curve it, kind of push it. Just kind of be careful, this stuff's kind of pokey. Kind of curve it until you kind of get it to where you want it. It's kind of tough to bend. But it doesn't matter if it goes in the inside or outside, as long as you get it to curve a little bit. Can I see that? See, I'm kind of rounding that off. Do the same thing to all the corners. Get them to kind of curve and round off. You want to kind of try to make this round, so it fits kind of into your can. See, I'm kind of doing that, kind of shaping it, making it kind of round. Okay, we'll get the can, kind of see if it fits. Yeah, it kind of fits okay. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to get a little clamp. I'm going to clamp it so it stays place. Let's get our pliers right here and kind of make sure that stays nice and flat. Kind of curve it with that so it stays kind of in that position. Clamp it. Right there at the end. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and get some of this water-soluble paste flux by Odie. And we got some solder here. It's important that you solder this and use this metalwork silver-bearing acid core solder. It sure has acid core in it. And we're going to see if our soldering iron's hot enough to do some soldering here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get a little brush, a little paintbrush, and dip it into this flux here and kind of just coat your area real thick. This is my way of soldering because this is the better way to doing it. Put it pretty liberally here and get it all in there. That way it solders up nice and neat on this joint. Okay. As you can see, I got the solder kind of out already. Let's see if that solder's hot. Solder gun's hot. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm just going to take a little bit off here. There we go. Look at that. There we go. See how fast that was? And let's get another little piece. There we go. Nice and good. Another little piece. There we go. It is done. Gonna let that cool for a second. Let that cool for a second. Gotta get another drink. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next stage. See how that kind of looks really nice and round in that corner? We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get this end and we're gonna kind of bend it and form it and get a pair of pliers and kind of shape that edge a little bit. And we're going to pinch it with a pair of clamps. It's this little pair of this clamp. Okay, same thing. Get that tip all cleaned up a little bit. Okay, we're going to get some more of this flux again. Use it liberally. And right there we see where we can solder that wire together. Right in that area. There we go. And again, get a little bit of piece of solder there. And right there. See how I'm doing that? There we go. A little piece. Right there. See how I got that? Soldered it all in there. It's important to use flux because if not it won't stick very good. There we go. Now, let it cool for a second. Whew, that's hot. Let it cool for a second. Now, I didn't get the upper parts up here because you got to kind of secure the bottoms a little bit more. Now that I got that down there secure on the bottoms, I can kind of mess with this at the top. Kind of bend it a little bit more. Kind of round it off a little more where I like it. But we do want to get all the corners nice and rounded off here. Okay, same thing. Clamp it. Get some flux on that bad boy. So good area right here. Okay. Get our solder. Cut a little nick off there. Gather it. Perfect. Let's get another little piece. There we go. Another little piece. There we go. Perfect. I'll let that cool for a second or two. Whew. Careful what you're doing. This shit can burn you. I've had it happen, so we're kind of just curving that a little bit more. Get this final corner, so get this corner and kind of curve a little bit, round it off. Okay, so we got that going. We'll pinch it. And we'll get some flux on it. Same old routine. Just keep following your routine. Pinch a little piece of that solder off. Boom. Get it in there. Boom. Get it in there. And put a little bit more there because it looks like it's not really sticking real good right in that corner. There we go. There we go. Nice and hot. Nice good weld there. Okay, so now we got our little basket here, our string. We're going to kind of bend it a little bit and adjust it some more. Kind of make it more round. Doesn't have to be perfectly round. It doesn't have to be perfect either. Just enough to keep that sludge from building up. And we're going to kind of do a fast little measurement here. See if it kind of fits in the can okay. Yeah, it looks good. Looks pretty good. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to kind of freeform some of this solder on the top where we didn't get the tops. Just kind of like that. Right there. Put a lot of flux in there because you're going to try to get this top part soldered in. That'll make your basket nice and strong. I'll just bit off a little piece of solder there and then we'll get that. There we go. See how I soldered that little area together and then the top of the rim there. Just drop a little more on there. There we go. Pretty neat. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good there. I don't think your basket's going to come apart. We're going to go a little bit, we're going to reinforce the corners, of course, where needed. You can see where it's needed. I didn't get at the top on this one. So we'll just kind of get some of that edge right there. You can see there's a nice area for weld. Okay, let's cut off another little piece of solder. Perfect. See how it gets in there and starts. There you go, look at that. Nice little solder there. Nice little joint there. And of course the top. There we go. So, you can hear that flux cooking. Look for the other part. There's another piece. Same thing. We'll get a little flux on there and get that little seam towards the top. Cut us off a little piece of solder again. And boom. Cuts off another little piece. Get that top edge. Didn't quite get enough solder on there. Let's see, right there. Boom. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Well, I think we got one more to go and we're done. Let's see. Let's see. That's all soldered there, there, there. Let's do this last piece right here at the top. You can see it's a little off, but that's okay. We don't really care. As long as this basket stays together, that's what we're after. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we'll cut off a little bit more solder there. Okay, little piece there. Let's get that going. Let's cut off a little more. I like to get these corners here. Perfect. There we go. You can kind of see that. I want to get some more on that edge because it's kind of got a little point on there. Let's get that sealed up there. There we go. There you go. There you have it. Nice little basket. Now we're going to see what it does here. Be careful with that solder iron. We kind of just straighten it out. Now we got it kind of tight. We can kind of bend it a little bit. Curve it a little bit. Push it down. Kind of form it a little bit. And we'll drop it in this can. Boom. Perfect. Look at that. There you have it. Make your own brush cleaner at home. This Bain Marie is kind of expensive, but if you look for the BM 125s online on eBay, sometimes you get a real good deal out of Denver. So anyways, go check online and make yourself a brush cleaner. And like I said, they're tight fitting at first, you know, and they'll get looser. Once you start playing with them a little bit, they'll get looser. And then you can try and put them in your coffee can, like I said. I got my other one stuck in here. See if we can get her out. There we go. It fell right out. Let's see. Well, it's a little bit big for this can. We'll have to make it a little smaller, but I think we can shove it in there, see? But we didn't make it for this. We made it for the Bain Marie. So keep in mind that when you do make it to where it fits within this circle. I mean, I could shove it in here. But we don't want to bend it too much. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope that helped. And bottoms up.